Yes, my friends, I know what you're thinking. 3 o'clock is stupid early. And when I say almost, I usually have to get up around 4 o'clock. But there are a handful of days in the month that I do get up at 3. This is one of those days, and I thought you might like to come along for the ride. I want to share with you some of the magical aspects that I try to work into my extremely mundane life. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I got so involved and wrapped up in trying to make the money.
Five hours later.
It's lunchtime. Come out to my car. I always sit in the same spot and I have my lunch. Usually the tree provides quite a bit of shade, but not today. I actually packed my lunch today and it's some leftovers. I should have left this for my husband because he's quite sick this week. So usually on my lunch break I will have an apple and a granola bar, and that's about it. Come out to lunch, I usually do Duolingo, or now that my mom has loaned me her Rosetta Stone login, I'm going to be using that. But I will typically come out and work in my workbook. For the most part, my morning consists of listening to a ton of podcasts. And some of my favorite podcasts are, number 1, The Witch Bitch Amateur Hour, Time Suck with Dan Cummins. I listened to Last Podcast on the Left. I just started my favorite murder, one called Morbid, and another one that I try to listen to for the content, but it's kind of hard because it's a family dynamic. It's called Three Pagans and a Cat. They have really good information. I find it hard to listen to because if anybody does listen to that, let me know if you've noticed the same thing. Mother and a father and their daughter. And the daughter will typically interrupt and talk over the parents a lot, and it really bothers me. Dan Cummins also does another podcast with his wife called Scared to Death. I don't know why I enjoy doing this in the morning, like when it's just me and 1 or 2 other people working and it's still dark out. I get myself all creeped out. I like the spookiness. And 2 others I listen to are serial killers and cults. So if I haven't already dubbed this in, I am gonna try to share with you some of the more magical aspects of a mundane day-to-day life. Like just now, a big big crow just flew over my car. Another thing I'll typically do that I didn't catch this morning, I just see power numbers constantly and often. Usually it's 5:55 when I leave, or 4:44 when I'm on my way to work. 111 I see a lot. Something else that I typically do that was shown earlier, I love adding cinnamon to my coffee in the morning. It just gives it that extra little warmth and spice and makes me feel toasty. Typically I try to really embrace the season, and right now I'm doing a few mini projects that I hope to share with you. I'm recording the process. I just know later on I'll have to go pick up the girls a nanny, and I'm kind of dreading it. Unless you follow me on Instagram, you might not have heard I gave my notice to the family that I nanny for that I won't be continuing with them after this new year. It's just too much. It is. I really thought I could handle both, but I don't know if anyone else has had a full-time and a part-time job. It's fucking hard. It's hard.
Three hours later.
I did want to share that I usually hit my step goal before noon. Your Fitbit automatically puts the step goal at 10,000, but that was being surpassed by 9. So I upped it to 13,000 steps, and I hit that pretty well too. I walk a ton. Miss me by my taco, you're gonna miss me. All down my arm. Well, that was another thing that has kept me connected to the season and autumn, is whenever I'm eating a fruit or a food that goes along with this season, it makes me feel real good. Not sure if anybody else has ever done, well, a lot of you have kids, I'm sure you have done school pickup in a school pickup line. It is the most chaotic, insane thing that I've ever witnessed. Kiddo will get out at 1:15. So I sit here and do a little French in the meantime, finish my lunch. If I get here early enough, I can get right in front of the school. For a little while, I got away with parking in a little handicap spot because I'm really there. This is early for me. I'm usually here within 3 minutes of the bell ringing, and somebody must have seen me more than once. And there was a cop here that time too. Stupid me. I stayed there, and the lady in the car next to me got out. She must have been staff, and she walks over to the cop. She looks at the cop. She looks back at me. She points at me. She looks back at the cop. And I'm like, God damn it. She goes inside. Lady cop gets out. Said she wants me to move, doesn't she? And she said, do you have a handicap pass? I said, no, I don't. She said, you can't park there. I was like, I'm moving. All right, y'all, I'm in stealth mode. I just want to share with you this car parks in that handicap spot every day. This car parks in that handicap spot every day. That handicap spot to the right is where I was parked and was told to move. You're there every day, you're not handicapped. Family and Nanny 4 has their tree up. That's so cool. I gotta wait like 45 more minutes, and then I go get the other kid. But I got this guy. Hi, bud. Hi, bud. You're the best, bud. You're the best boy. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, it's a good boy. We're back in the car again, and it's 2:21 in the afternoon. You know what that means? In a minute it'll be 2:22, and I love when that shit happens. It is time to go find a parking space at the elementary school. Now it's 2:22, everybody. Let's all just enjoy that for a quick hot minute. I am currently trying to do some ancestral work. A while ago, I did a big old project for the priestess training. When I was ordained, I had to do a year-long project. You had to put in 35 plus hours to some kind of project in honor of the sacred feminine. And I had a few different projects. One of them was getting the broom closet artistry up and going, but the other one was, speed bump, I painted oil portraits of my maternal lineage. I recently stumbled across an email my mom sent me of my grandfather's family tree, and it's huge. I come from a long line of Maries, so I was playing around with my Ancestry.com. It really had me honoring and excited about my maternal side, because I had spent so long being very Croatian proud, and now it's very French proud. I don't know if I'm in the lines. We're good. These are the biggest parking spaces I've ever parked in. If you have followed my Book of Shadows process, you might see that I have a fold out page in my Book of Shadows for my immediate family tree, as far back as I could fit on 3 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper.
Valley Forge in Morristown. While there, I organized the women of the camp to help sew shirts, knit socks, and mend clothes. My presence lifted the spirits of my husband and the soldiers.
That's awesome. You nailed it.
I did it sentence by sentence.
1 hour later.
All right, 3:49. Kids just got out of the car. They are off to gymnastics, and we are on our way home. I'm going to try to strap you to the back of the passenger seat so you can sit in traffic with me. It usually takes about 45 minutes to get home, so we'll see. So we'll time it at 3:50 by the time I get going. Okay. Well, y'all looked out. The video is way too shaky, so here we go. It would look like this, and I won't make you sit through 45 minutes of this. I would have fast forwarded it, but I'm on my way home. It is 4 o'clock. So we're going to start the timer now, 4 o'clock. We'll see how long it takes to get home today. Just going to interject here real quick. 4:23. It is still light out. I know we're going into Yule here, and in the last 7 years of working with the family that I nanny, it's not a common thing for me to be driving home at this time. My phone keeps falling. At this time of year, and for it to still be light out. It's pretty amazing. It's really nice. My baby.